Hey everybody, I want to talk to you about this book called The Secret by Kim Blanchard and Mark Miller. Here's their little review. So there's a lady named Debbie Brewster. She was promoted to a leadership role, and her experience was not going well at all. She wasn't happy with it. She didn't feel like she was succeeding as a leader, and she felt like her team was going down, and she didn't know what to do for her either. So she signed up for this mentoring program that the company was offering. She ended up accepting into the mentoring program, and her mentor ended up being Jeff Brown, who's the president of the company. She really had a hard time believing that the president would actually have time or care enough to mentor someone below them. So what happens is Debbie and Jeff had a series of meetings. He taught and discussed a lot with her. He based everything that he taught her on the word serve. And her question that she had for him is, what is the secret of great leaders? So Jeff ended up really telling her that the secret of great leaders is the word serve, is that they serve. So he basically took the word serve and he turned that into like an acronym. He used each letter and he taught her a different lesson that leaders do based on like the S, the E, the R, the V, the E. So for the S, he said great leaders see the future, so they create a vision. For the E, they engage and develop others. So he was talking about the selection process, how leaders, one of their first job is picking the right people, the selection process, and then developing them. The R is they reinvent continuously. So they reinvent personally. The leader reinvents themselves. They are constantly looking at systems and processes and reinventing them, and they're looking at the structure of the organization. So they look at those three aspects in the reinvention process constantly. The V equals values. They value results and relationships. So not only do leaders value results, we want to get results, we want to win, but we also want to win in the relationship aspect with our people. We want to have a relationship with them. And the E, embody the values. So the leader has to live the values that they want others to live. So be the example, basically. So that was what Jeff taught Debbie. It says Jeff taught her through direct teaching. He taught her through discussion, giving her assignments to do when she left her meetings, allowing her to apply what he taught her, and then they would come back and evaluate when they came back to another meeting. Also, it was interesting to see that Debbie was learning from just watching Jeff too. Like she'd leave the meeting and say, "Well, he actually got to know me," and so I'm going to try that with my people. And he was a great listener, even though he never mentioned that. She picked up things from him, even though he wasn't directly teaching her that. So there was direct teaching that he gave her, and there was also learning that Debbie got from watching Jeff or just being in his presence. So at the end of the book, Debbie was able to become a great leader herself. She was able to turn things around, and she was able to get the team turned around. She was also able to develop another leader in her organization who is going to take her place, basically because Jeff wanted to move Debbie into a new position. But because of the things that she did, they were able to find the right person and work on developing the next person who's going to take over Debbie's position. So this was a quick summary of the book called The Secret by Kim Blanchard and Mark Miller. It's a good book. It's not that long of a book. It's a good read. If you really, really like to read, you probably could read it in one sitting. But the chapters are really short. It is a good book. There's a lot of information in it besides what I just told you to. But that's the basic gist of what the book was about. Thank you.